up everyone? I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 7 of Akashic Records. And we finally got our beach episode. But most importantly, we got Rumia in a swimsuit! Bless this day. Bless this day. I shall now remember this day forever. For real though, those guy students, the male students, man, they were freaking hilarious. Ganging up together, you know, having fun with Glenn. They were just like, Sensei, we'll follow you forever. And then like later on in the episode when they wanted to peek on the girls, Glenn, he had to draw the line there. He was just like, okay, listen, I know what you're trying to do, but I honestly can't do this, guys. You guys can't. But then they're just like, Sensei, we're grown boys, we gotta do this, please understand. And then they start using their magic. They have this full-out war with Glenn. That was so funny. I laughed my ass off. I had to pause the episode and catch my breath. That was too funny. Actually, one side note before I continue on with the review, or at least the meat of the review, I noticed that when the students were traveling over to their destination, they traveled by carriages, and I'm just like, what? Like, obviously this is a fantasy world, but I thought this fantasy world took place in modern times. I mean, now that I think about it, I don't recall any of the students using cell phones or any sort of tablet, but I guess that's to be expected since they have magic for that sort of thing. So what's the use of a cell phone? You already have magic. So okay, fine, I can get behind that. But I didn't think that this was around the time when they had carriages. I found that rather odd, considering how advanced their magic is and all sorts of things that they could do with their magic. You'd think that they'd also have cars, or I don't know, maybe flying cars or something like that. Maybe they even use dragons. I just was really shocked to see carriages, and it really took me out of the scene there. Riel is very strange. She doesn't socialize very well, and she's very attached to Glenn. But I'm pretty sure there is a logical reason as to why she acts like this, because we got hints of it. Of course, we don't know the whole story, but at the end of the episode, Riel talks to Glenn, and then Glenn says something about her brother and how her brother wouldn't want her to do this. So I'm assuming Riel's brother is dead, and Riel's probably attached to Glenn because Glenn tried his best to save him, or maybe Glenn helped Riel out in a pretty huge way that really impacted her life. I'm not too sure, but it definitely involves the three of them, that's for sure. We can pinpoint that. Nice sleuthing skills, Sloan, nice sleuthing. It's nice to see Riel open up a little more and interact with Sistine and Rumia and the rest of her classmates. However, she doesn't like it that Glenn is having fun and seems to be like really attached to the students and less attached to Riel. And Riel kind of wants Glenn for herself. She wants to be by his side always, but he also wants Glenn to be with her always, and that's the thing, it's pretty one-sided. I can't really tell if Riel actually likes Glenn or only likes him as more of a brother, but she loves him either way. Another interesting thing is that Riel said that Glenn used to be really gloomy back over with the Imperial Mages, and that's rather surprising. I didn't expect that, because even when he first entered the school, he still had some sort of a comedic personality. So I guess throughout the years, he has changed with, you know, Celica, living with Celica for a year, and now has opened up even more once he became a teacher and has interacted with the students. But man, he must have been in the pits at some point. I mean, I figured he still would have had fun back with his old job, even though his old job kind of sucked, but I figured he still would have had fun here and there since he had Riel and Albert, but I guess not. And that's pretty much what I got out of this episode. A bunch of interesting little details put in this episode, and also a lot of comedy and some quality fan service. So let me know your thoughts on this episode, and catch you later as I review Suka Suka and Little Witch Academia. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.